Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to be taking a little bit of a look at some upcoming promo cards. And once again, whoever it is over at TPCI that is deciding these promos, they're doing a pretty gosh darn good job. Now, this poster has been shared around in Latin American stores, which is why some of the language looks, well, let's just say Portuguese? I think Portuguese. We'll have a look. Now, it does say on the poster there that the playmat is going to be Mewtwo and Mew. The image has not been revealed. Oh, yes, it has. We'll get there in a moment. So in terms of the promos here then, there are 3 promos that are being given out just for going along to League. And, I mean, 2 of them are phenomenal and one of them's pretty gosh darn good. We are getting a promo Electro Power. Now, to be fair, if I remember correctly, Electro Power was given out as a promo for going along to a League Cup a little while ago. And Electro Power's amazing. Electro Power's one of these cards that we all need a playset lying around. It lets lightning Pokemon do an extra 30 damage to the active. And you can always get yourself some Electro Charger if you feel like reusing them. Flip 2 coins for each head, pop an Electro Power from your discard pile back into your deck. The thing is, at the moment, Zapdos is one of the best Pokemon in the format. Does 80 if it's just become active. Electro Power really helps. And Pikachu and Zekrom is one of the best Pokemon in the format. And again, Electro Power really helps. The main attack here does 150 damage base. So one Electro Power puts you up to 180 and gets stuff like Blacephalon. And the GX attack only does 200, which means you're going to need to start chaining some Electro Power to get a one-hit KO on a Reshiram and Charizard. Really frustrating that they have 270 rather than 260, because it means that 2 Electro Power will not a KO get you. We're expecting 2 of the best decks going forward to be Lightning decks. Electro Power's pretty good. And then in September, you can get yourself a copy of Mysterious Treasure, which again is an over-the-top phenomenal card. It allows you to discard a card from your hand and then search for a Psychic or Dragon Pokemon, put them into your deck. We are expecting Malamar decks and Naganadel decks to be among the very best, maybe even the 2 best, when the rotation hits. So, these are good. And here's the thing about these promos, right? A lot of people have already got them. So maybe they like the extra artwork, in which case, cool. But the thing is, more of these cards out in the wild means the price of them drops. So we got cheaper staples if you're into that, and we've got fancy Holo League promo artwork if you're into that. Either way, the promos are a good thing, and the better cards come out as promos, the better. Any Psychic or Dragon deck moving forward is going to be really relying on Mysterious Treasure. Malamar decks generally tend to get played with stuff like Giratina, for instance, or like Ultra Necrozma, and when we get Unified Minds out, they're going to be played with Garchomp and Giratina, all of which are Psychic or Dragon Pokemon. Naganadel, generally the best deck with that is Blacephalon, which does not get searched out with this, but does have Ultra Space. And this is important because post-rotation there's no Ultra Ball, there's no Nest Ball, the 2 best cards we've had. Pokemon Search is significantly more difficult and more awkward, so being able to play something like Mysterious Treasure to get yourself some searching is going to be a huge, huge deal. And then in October, you're going to be able to get yourself a Netball. Hey, remember how I literally just said that we're not going to have very good Pokemon Search post-rotation? Well, Netball's here to say hello, ladies and gentlemen. Because it lets you search for a basic Grass Energy or basic Grass Pokemon and put them into your hand. So for any grass decks, this is going to be absolutely invaluable. It's seen a little bit of play here and there up to now, but the thing is, we've had, as I've said, much, much better options. We don't post-rotation, which means cards like Netball are going to see a huge amount more play. At least in the short term, we really are going to have to heavily considering our Pokemon search options when we're selecting what deck to play. And honestly, Netball and Mysterious Treasure are the kind of cards that make us go, yeah, I'll play this over a fighting deck, for instance, because we've got better Pokemon search. Now, if you head yourself out to a league challenge and you find yourself in the top 4 places, you can get yourself a stamped copy of Lusamine. Quick reminder as we get going on a discussion of Lusamine, it's banned in Expanded. Only in Expanded, but fair to say it makes it quite a bit less useful. I mean, there are more tournaments in Standard, admittedly, but still a little bit sad that we're only going to be able to use it in one of the formats. Having said that, it's a great card. It is a supporter card that lets you pick up 2 in any combination of stadiums and supporter cards from the discard pile, put them into your hand. Much easier to abuse in Expanded when we've got other things like Team Flare Grunt, for instance, always a good target for this Get Rid of Energy, along with stuff like Versus Seeker and Battle Compressor to get cards into the discard and also to allow you to reuse Lusamine itself more easily. In Standard, it's just a good way to recover supporters, it's a good way to recover stadium cards. It's a good card, it's going to see play. Again, more so in Expanded, annoyingly, where it was banned, but expect to see a fair bit of it. Certainly by the time you bring in Lieutenant Surge's strategy, which allows you to play 2 supporters, i.e. you can play a Lusamine to recover a Lusamine and another card, and then immediately play the other card, and essentially do that every turn. Yeah, that's pretty gosh darn good. And then the League Cup promo is Pokegear 3.0. Now, this is phenomenal. Pokegear 3.0 is one of the best cards we've got at the moment. It is a phenomenal consistency card. Let's look at the top 7 cards of your deck, find a supporter card there and put it into your hand. It sees play in a huge amount of decks and will continue to do so right until the point where it's rotated. So having this is really, really good. It's one of those, it's not necessarily going to be played in every deck, but for as long as it's legal, it's going to be a 4 of in a whole bunch of different decks. So again, if we look at these 5 cards as a whole, it's pretty awesome that we are getting these as our promo cards. They're all gonna see play, some more so than others, admittedly. You know, Electro Power, Mysterious Treasure, and Pokegear, clearly the 3 stars among them. But these are 5 cards, and we expect all of them to see play. So that's really kind of cool. Big up to people over at TPCI, the people who are actually picking these, for finding us awesome promos. Speaking of which, I told you how that playmat, the image, was missing. Well, it's out there, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. It has been revealed. It is being shared around. The lovely Nitish did go and share it on PTCG UK. And, I mean, it's the Mewtwo and Mew artwork. It's the same artwork that we've seen on the booster packs and on the build and battle kits, except pulled out into a mat. And we've seen this for the last few mats. They all tend to be these Tag Team GX artwork pulled out into a full mat. You only get this if you win the League Cup. So it's not for everybody. Not everyone's going to have these, but it's pretty gosh darn good. I mean, if you look at the recent Tag Team GXs, this certainly does seem like it is the best one to go for. It's going to be the most popular. Is it going to be as popular as something like Reshiram and Charizard? Probably not. Because, you know, everyone loves Reshiram. No, I'm joking. Everyone loves Charizard. Charizard's like hyper popular. It's the reason why the Rainbow Rare of Reshiram and Charizard is going to remain one of the most expensive cards for a long time, regardless. It's the reason why the Rainbow Rare Charizard remains just silly expensive. So, okay, maybe Mewtwo and Mew isn't quite at that level, but make no mistake about it. Very good, very sought-after card. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the promos and the playmat you can be getting by turning up to events over the next couple months. And as always, I would very much like to know what you think about them. So please do let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where we talk about a whole bunch of games that don't even have any Pokemon in. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.